Okay, Coach, ponchos and slickers, usually a necessity buy whenever you make your way to Hard Rock Stadium this time of year. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Miami Dolphins. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Block 80! Number 50. Take two of them. You must lose.
The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Sponge. No. Snickers.
Now Mostert. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Block 80.
Let's go defense.
50.
Let's go defense. And who we got? 53's the mic. 53. Check 53.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, it didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
This is Mostert. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford rolling to his right. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Breanne Bonnie Calhoun. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
They'll go to Adams, try to pound it in. And he is unable to get in. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. He tried to break that plane, but couldn't get there, and that's going to leave him now at 3rd and goal. They were held to a field goal on their first drive. They want 6 now, but it's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down, 3 yards in the wrong direction. No movement from the field goal unit. They've got 4 full yards to go here on 4th and goal to hit pay dirt, but they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for him with Roethlisberger. And my goodness, this is incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Steeler D will celebrate the goal line stand. Now they try the right side here. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. At the 1-yard line. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Here we go. Check it out. 22.
From the end zone, Stafford. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's able to get this up just shy of the 15. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
The throw over the middle taken in. The 40, the 30, 10, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Stephon Diggs, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. On 2nd and 11 now. Roethlisberger. And his throw here's incomplete. Cooper Kupp was his intended target. And it's third down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. The Dolphins on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Mark 22, Mark 22. Cut. Watch the twist.
Hey, Delta.
Mike 22, he's coming.
50.
Mike. I'm scared.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And able to haul it in is Kittle. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Mostert. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. Second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Check. Lucky. Check.
Here's Mostert. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to get...
Trying to find Kupp, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 19. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. The Pro Bowl corner, Jason Verrett, on the tackle. You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Wide. Nickers, got to spin. Hey, check 24.
Play action. It's Roethlisberger. Open here, Adam Thielen. A gain there of 21 yards.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Rip right. Hey, orbit.
Play action. Now Roethlisberger. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Maximum effort, partner. Minimal gain.
That minimal gain looked good, though. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Hey, wahoo!
They go play action with Roethlisberger. Lets it fly for Thielen. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here, 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5.
Here we go. Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Hey, high 7. 59 mark. Check, 59.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Stafford. And oh, look at that. A diving catch. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. On 1st down, it's Stafford. Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
It's just me and you. Monday. It's just me and you.
Throwing to Stafford. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Here's Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Like a freight train off the edge, Calais Campbell with a sack.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. On the return, it's James. A great return there of 22 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. A first scoring update now from Carolina. And it's the Panthers there out to the early advantage. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor.
Hey, Zoo.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things.
Let's go. Hey, team 6. Team 6. Mike 53. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Check.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
Don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up.
From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Stafford now to throw. He's got this one complete to Perriman. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
On first down, Stafford here. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 42-yard line.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 44-yard line.
First down, Pittsburgh.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 44-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
A quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Line's 59. Line's 59. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Smooth. Check 59. Mike is... Hey, 22. 59. Don't get nervous. Mike, check. 59.
Now Stafford. It's complete to Diggs. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Stafford going to come up 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, box truck. 59. Mike, 50. Ready, shot.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Stafford. This is caught. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Rashad Perriman, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger. Lets it fly for Thielen. It's caught inside the 25. And we'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Adam Thielen, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys are back within a single score. So the call's made by Sean McVay. They're going to go for 2. They'll try and run for it with Johnson. And he'll get in for the 2 points. And that'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Easy. Mike, 50. 80 weapon.
Now Stafford. Ebron with it over the middle. 23 yards, the final tally. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. Throw left side complete. It's Hodges. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Watch the twist. No, 59. SOS. Hey. SOS.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now in Miami. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down.
You ready? White.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play. And that's going to lead him to 4th down. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll try and run for it. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a 1st down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
That's caught out left by Perriman. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. The Steelers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
You draw corpus. 11.
Out of the gun, Stafford. And he's able to find Diggs. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 12-yard line. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Stafford on 1st down. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
Set. Yellow lady. Yellow lady.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Corey Grant, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up a third down. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning.
Easy. 77. Pilot, 64, weak.
You got tight right there.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a fourth down. On fourth down, they'll try and run for it. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at a 45. The Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. And to give this time to the tailback. Fighting through it, he's got space. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now it's Roethlisberger. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, third down. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
You're not ready. Mike 22, Mike 22.
Hey, Charlie.
Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. Coming. Mike 22, Mike 22. Here we go. Watch twins. Tighten up.
Snickers.
Mike 22, he's coming.
Here's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. So with just under 40 seconds to go, you figure this is going to need to bounce their way if they have any shot. And it's the Steelers that come up with it. And that should just about do it. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now a handoff here to his running back. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down.
Shift. Hey, easy. Hey. You run.
Now a handoff looking right, and he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too.
At their own 25-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already.
And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Josh Allen in there to make the sack on what will be the final act in this ball game.
This ain't nothing for the past.